this day have set upon a mighty endeavor. Men's souls will be shaken with the violences of war.
It is June the 12th, 1944. It has been 6 days since the fierce fighting at the 5 Normandy landing beaches of Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno and Sword, and the Allies are rapidly advancing further inland. After taking Sword Beach, the British aimed to recapture the French city of Caen by circling around it and attacking the German positions from behind. The small French town of Villers-Bocage stood in their way. Little did they know, Tiger tanks of the 101st SS Panzer Battalion were stationed there that very night, and they were led by SS Obersturmführer Michael Wittmann, a German tank ace who had already earned fame for his efforts against the Soviet Union on the Eastern Front. Wittmann covered his division's tanks in leaves and foliage, an effective method of camouflage. The British were falling into a trap. The next day, the 7th Armoured Division, more famously known as the Desert Rats for their service in North Africa 2 years earlier, began the advance into Villers-Bocage. They were supported by the 1st Battalion Dorsetshire Regiment, the 4th County of London Yeomanry, and the 5th Royal Horse Artillery. Their first sign of German activity was a sighting of a reconnaissance vehicle, including a half-track. They were retreating from the town, and the British chose not to engage. That morning, Wittmann was informed of a large Allied presence moving into the town.
Noch niemals früher war ich dermaßen beeindruckt von der Stärke der vorbeirolenden Panzer. Das war also ein ganzes Panzerregiment, das da an ihnen plötzlich vorbei wollte. Das war ein ganzes Panzerregiment. Dieses Panzerregiment hat mich überrascht.
What Wittmann did next is still hotly debated by historians as to whether his actions were those of bravery or recklessness. As a result of such short notice about the enemy movements, in order to save as much time as possible, he would order the rest of his division to hold position and advance on the British alone in his Tiger. The first victim of his relentless attack would be a Cromwell light cruiser tank at the back of the column, which would prevent the British from retreating and force them into Villers-Bocage. Up to 21 British armoured vehicles would be destroyed by Wittmann in just 15 minutes as part of a rampage that would only end when a 6-pounder anti-tank gun immobilised the Tiger for good. Wittmann was forced to bail from his tank and retreat to the safety of German headquarters. The British would secure the town after the defeat of Wittmann's Tiger, but their triumph was short-lived. The Panzer Division, comprised of 15 Panzer IV medium tanks, reinforced Wittmann's 5 remaining Tigers for a full assault of the town. Chaos ensued, and both sides took heavy casualties, including all 5 of the 101st Panzer Battalion's remaining Tigers. One of these was destroyed by a Sherman Firefly after being shot at through a window, and another was destroyed from the rear by a Cromwell. Despite their efforts, Villers-Bocage was soon overrun by German infantry. With great reluctance, the 7th Armoured Division ordered a retreat using artillery support for cover that evening. Wittmann's actions would be swept up by the German propaganda machine in a time where the Third Reich desperately needed morale. The town of Villers-Bocage would be the site of heavy bombing from the Royal Air Force on the night of the 14th of June and again on the 30th of June. The town, heavily damaged by the raids, was later liberated on the 4th of August 1944. Villers-Bocage still stands today, and many of the exact locations and buildings seen in older wartime photographs are still almost identical 75 years on.